seated.
Call the case of Kirsty Kelly.
Kirsty Kelly.
Is your name Kirsty Kelly?
Yes.
Is your address 123 Cavalier Road?
Yes.
Is your date of birth the 10th of February 1979?
Yep.
You are represented by Miss Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
You are charged that on the 8th of June 2010 at Scarborough you stole a mobile phone worth £300, a purse containing £50 cash, an iPod Touch with a value of £150 belonging to Shelley Potter, contrary to Section 1 Theft Act 1968. You pleaded not guilty and the case is listed for trial today.
Please sit down and listen carefully.
Your Worships, I first represent the prosecution in this case. I intend to call 2 witnesses to give evidence in court today, and I will also read out a statement of P.C. Smith which has been agreed. I will firstly call Shelley Potter, who works as a room attendant at the Heartbreak Hotel in Scarborough, and who will tell you that on the 8th of June 2010, she arrived to start work at the hotel. She left a bag containing her personal belongings in the staff room. When Mrs. Potter came back to get some money for lunch, she found her purse, her iPod Touch, her mobile phone missing. I will then call Mrs. Potter's employer and proprietor of the hotel, Anne Botterill, who will tell you how the property was later discovered in the pocket of the defendant's coat, which was hanging in the staff room. Your Worships, the burden is upon me to prove beyond reasonable doubt the defendant's guilt. This means that you must be satisfied so that you are sure of the defendant's guilt. Anything less than the defendant is entitled to a not guilty verdict. I call my first witness, Shelley Potter.
Shelley Potter. Take them right and repeat after me. The evidence I will give
The evidence I will give
will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you.
Is your name Shelley Potter?
Yes.
Are you employed?
Yes, I currently work at the Heartbreak Hotel in Scarborough.
How long have you worked there?
About 5 years.
Were you on duty on the 8th of June 2010?
Yes.
Tell the court what happened that day, please.
Well, I started work at 11 AM, and then I went to the staff room to put my things where I usually put them.
Is the staff room locked?
Yes, Mrs. Bosch will give me a key for it when I started work.
What was in the bag at the start of the day?
There was my iPod Touch I got for my birthday, a Sony Ericsson phone, £50 in my purse, and a Peter Andrew's Greatest Hits CD.
What did you do after leaving your bag?
I went and cleaned the rooms, and then when it was time for lunch, I came back to get some money for a sandwich and to get my Peter Andre CD so I could sell it in a second-hand shop.
And was the purse in the bag?
No.
Was anything else missing?
Yes, the iPod Touch and the phone from the CD.
And the Peter Andre CD?
That was still there.
What did you do next?
I went to tell Mrs. Bottrell to see what to do.
How did Miss Bottle help?
Well, she asked a lot of questions about what had gone missing and what happened that day. And then we looked around the staff room for my phone. And then she asked for my number so she could dial over my phone.
What happened?
Well, after a few seconds, we could hear a muffled coming from the coat box.
What did Miss Bottle do?
She went into Kirsty's coat, and then she found all my things in a little cloth bag in inside her pocket.
Thank you. No further questions.
You didn't see who took your things, did you?
No.
So you can't say how they got to where they were found, can you?
No.
Could you have put the things in the wrong coat yourself by mistake?
No, my coat's completely different to Kirsty's. And the cloth bag inside her pocket wasn't mine.
You don't like Kirsty, do you? You don't get along.
I don't really know her. We work in different parts of the hotel. I don't have a problem with her.
I have no further questions.
I have no re-examination.
Are you sure that the items found by Mrs. Botterill were yours?
Well, yes, because all the contacts in the phone were all my friends. The songs on the iPod were all mine, and the purse was mine.
Thank you for coming to court today to give your evidence. You may either sit at the back of the cart or leave if you wish.
I now call my second witness, Anne Botterill.
Anne Botterill. Please sit in your right hand and repeat after me. The evidence I will give
The evidence I will give
will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you.
Is your name Anne Botterill?
Yes.
What is your occupation?
I am the owner of the Heartbreak Hotel in Scarborough.
Please tell the court what happened on the day 8th of June 2010 at the hotel.
One of my staff, Shelley, came to me on the day her property went missing and she was upset.
What did you do?
I went with Shelley to the staff room to check around to see if she hadn't simply misplaced her things, but we couldn't find them. I asked Shelley the number of the missing mobile and rang it myself off my own.
And what happened?
I couldn't hear anything at first, but then I heard a faint noise coming from Kirsty's coat, in which I found all of the missing belongings in a little cloth bag.
What did you do then?
I decided I was to call the police.
No further questions.
Are you sure it was Kirsty's coat that you found the belongings in?
Yes.
How can you be sure?
Look, I know my staff. She had a distinctive coat and it was clearly Kirsty's.
You didn't see how the coons got into the coat though, did you?
No.
So you cannot say how they got there or who put them there?
I didn't see it happen, no.
Who has keys for that staff room?
Just Kirsty and Shelley, and I have the master key.
Does anyone else at all have a key to it?
A couple of other staff who weren't in on said day.
No further questions.
I have no re-examination.
Prior to Shelley telling me that her property was missing, had you been in the staff room that day?
No.
Mrs. Boxall, thank you for coming to court to give your evidence today. You may sit at the back of the cart, I'll leave if you wish.
Your Worships, the statement of P.C. Smith has been agreed. He describes being called to the hotel, he cautioned and arrested the accused, and transported her to Scarborough Police Station, where her detention was authorised. During a taped interview, the defendant denied taking the property, but gave no explanation as to how it got to be in her pocket. That is the case of the prosecution.
I call my client Kirsty Kellett.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. The evidence I will give
Evidence I will give
will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Give the court your full name, please.
Kirsty Kellett.
Are you employed at the Heartbreak Hotel?
Well, I was until the 8th of June 2010. I worked as a cook there for 2 weeks.
What happened that day?
I got accused of stealing because Shelley's stuff was found in my pocket.
Do you know who did put it there?
No idea.
So, to be clear, are you quite sure you didn't take Shelley's
I'm
things?
sure I didn't take them.
Stay there, please. My friend will have some questions.
Do you have keys for the staff room?
I do.
Who else does?
I have no idea.
Do you go into the staff room that day?
Yes,
Or were you alone?
I was.
You took Shelley's things, didn't you?
No.
Are you saying Shelley put them there herself?
No.
Only you, Shelley, and Miss Bottle had keys access to that room that day. Are you saying Mrs. Bottle did it?
No.
In your rush to steal her phone, you forgot to switch it off. It rang and Mrs. Bottle found it in your phone. In your coat pocket, giving you away.
That's rubbish. Why would I want a stupid Sony Ericsson anyway?
Sony Ericsson?
Yeah, must have seen her with it.
No one has mentioned her phone was a Sony Ericsson. How did you know?
I just must have seen her with it.
No further questions.
I have no re-examination.
We have no further questions.
That is the evidence for the defence.
Your Worship, before my friend addresses you in closing, I would like to make some brief points. I submit that the evidence in this case is overwhelming. The property was found in the coat pocket of the defendant. No explanation has been given for its being there. Only the two girls had the keys to the room that day, other than Miss Bottle, and it has not been suggested that she had anything to do with this. And then the defendant makes a slip up about the brand of the mobile phone. I submit that this case has clearly been proved beyond reasonable doubt.
In my submission, there must be a reasonable doubt in this case. We do not know how the items got into my client's pocket. No one saw it, and there are a number of possible explanations. The point about the make of the phone is ridiculous. As my client said, she could have clearly seen Shelley with the phone before the day in question. It is all speculation and word of mouth. There is no clear evidence, and my client has denied the matter firmly from the outset and maintains that denial today. I ask you to find her not guilty.
Take your place in the dock, please. We will retire to consider our verdict.
All right.
Mr. Kirk, please stand. We've considered our verdict and we have found you guilty today.
No.
And we will be sentencing you with a 12-month conditional discharge.
Okay.